Today's patio chat is being brought to you locally by Westridge Furniture in Delphus. See it all at your finer outdoor furniture store.
We're checking in with Allen Economic Development Group and how they work with Lima-Allen County Regional Planning. Joining me today to my immediate left, we have Tara Reynolds-Bales, and she's the new Executive Director at Allen County Regional Planning. And we have Dave Stratton. He's the President CEO of Allen Economic Development Group. And thank you both for coming today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Holly.
Okay, Dave, so we always learn about different partnerships that you have, and we never understand how many pieces go together. And Regional Planning is one of the partners?
They are. They're huge. When we're looking at site development, we've determined, we've talked about some of this, about 9 different sites in Allen County that we would like to see develop and flourish and bring new business. Well, guess what? We need to work with regional planning as they kind of work through the process. So thank you for having us have Tara with us today. It's awesome.
Yeah, all right. So new executive directors of the regional planning, and I assume there's a lot to work on. I mean, how does regional planning look at our area for transportation and safety? I mean, what areas do you look at and try to improve?
So we look at the entire county. We have our political subdivisions, like our townships and our villages and our cities, Lima and the surrounding county. When we look at planning, we look at the best use of land in the area. And so we do reports and plans and studies to say, what is the best fit for the region? And then that's how we end up working with Economic Group, is because they will come to us and ask us to look at a plot of land or look at a potential site development, and then we can study the land and the use of that land and the zoning and the laws that go into place and see if it's a good fit.
All right. So, like, what if Dave comes to you and, like, you know, we would like this factory on this land, but you're like, hey, it's not right with, I don't know, traffic flow or something like that. Can you work then with the two of you to figure things out to try to bring it still to town? Or
So I'm really glad you asked that question, because I work under the theory, and I've explained this to Dave, and that's why we're well together, is I'm not a if we can do it, it's how we can do it. So most times, yeah, we can look at something and say, you know, it may not fit with the exact use now, but what can we change to make it be best for the region here?
all right. So funding opportunities, I mean, how do you guys get funding to be able to do all this research and help make sure everything's in place?
Sure. We receive our funding through ODOT, and then we use that money through what we call a long-range plan. We look out about 20 years of transportation and land use and infrastructure, and then we also have what's called a more short-term plan, is our TIP. And that is our Transportation Improvement Plan. And so between those two, we take the monies that we have through ODOT and we look at the best way to use it here in the county. Some of the things you may recognize we do is work with, there may be traffic lights or widening of streets, sidewalks, maybe access points that would help with some economic development. Roundabouts, you know, those types of things we work with too.
Roundabouts.
I know, it's a hot topic.
Actually, I love the roundabouts. But anyway, so like when you make these plans, you ask for public input because you have something coming up that you want people to like.
Yeah,
give
sure.
input?
So what we do is that our office goes out into our communities and we talk to the township officials and the elected officials to see what is needed in their area, and then we put this plan together, and then we have a public participation process that we go through. And as you mentioned, we have 2 open houses coming up to be able to look at this long-range plan that we're putting together now, and those are coming up in July. And the first one is with RTA, and if you are an RTA rider and you want to go to the open house on the 18th, you just let the driver know, and you now have a free ride down and to the open house.
All right. And the other one is in on the 19th, and that's at your office. Is
Yes,
that right?
yes, that is at our office.
All right, very good. Okay, so Dave, it's interesting how all these pieces work together because, you know, I would think for your job, you're like, well, we got this land, we're going to do it. These guys, but you got to like consult with everyone, make sure it's good for everyone.
Absolutely. We're all about what's best for Lima-Allen County. What can we do to advance the county? What kind of monies might be available through regional planning, through ODOT, through Jobs Ohio, through the Ohio Department of Development? What can we do to advance Lima-Allen County? And you have to have all those parties working together, including the engineer's office, the city team, the county teams, and we've talked about the importance of collaboration. We're after that. And Tara's doing a great job of just trying to help us to say, hey, let's work together. for the betterment of Lima-Allen County.
Yeah, you know, she mentioned, you know, roads and roundabouts and like, you know, RTA. I mean, those are probably all key pieces that they see that, you know, we have good structure and good flow and everything, and the companies probably like to look at that when you're trying to bring them in, right?
There's no doubt about it. So transportation, how do we get our employees to work? What kind of other amenities can help to bring that employee to work for my company? It's huge, and I love the fact that we can have this collaborative spirit between us, and we're going to advance Lima-Allen County.
Awesome. Great partnership. Thanks for coming today,
All right,
both
thank
of
you.
you. All right, don't go away. Meter Edition continues in a moment.